All right, let's talk about Caleb Williams here in the Chicago Bears, which, listen, I get that this is probably a really disappointing game if you're a Bears fan. Caleb Williams, was able to look like he was going to win the game for you, and it just didn't happen. And as disappointing as I'm sure that is, at the same time, he did look a lot better in this game, and for a season that really is about getting Caleb Williams going, I think that there still is reason for optimism. So let's talk about why did things look better in this game? What was able to go right? We'll get into a little bit of what went wrong, but this was mostly a good performance from Williams, I thought. Starting off with this play, this was a huge part of what he was able to do, in my opinion, where it's going to be a blitz that the Packers are pulling off here. And, this is something the Bears have struggled with this season. They've struggled both with Williams won't know what to do with the ball quickly enough, and the offensive line has struggled picking up blitzes. And this is a 6-man rush, so you only have 5 offensive linemen. It's a difficult play to block. Watch as when this play begins, though, the Bears do a great job at picking this up. They have blocked this well. There are one-on-one matchups down the field. Caleb Williams doesn't really want to throw it to any of these matchups, but because it's been picked up, it gives him an opportunity to try different things. Watch as he's then going to scramble outside the pocket, and once he gets here, you see how athletic he is, able to run and pick up a first down. That's a key conversion on a 3rd down and 8. And I really feel like Caleb Williams' legs were a key part in what was allowing the what was allowing the Bears to look way better in this game than we've seen them look in previous games. This one's another one where it's going to be a 3rd down and 5 situation, and it's going to be a man coverage play once again. So, okay, this is a situation that we've seen, teams be able to have success against Williams. Not exactly the same. This isn't a blitz, but it's interesting because the Packers on this play are aware that Williams could potentially rush. Watch. Williams takes the snap, doesn't love what he sees. Green Bay kind of has this covered pretty nicely, but Williams looks up, sees this man coverage, sees that the containment has been given up on the top of the screen and says, let's run in that direction. However, that player for Green Bay, a linebacker, is in position to potentially run up and make a tackle. This isn't a straight-up quarterback spy, but he's covering over the middle of the field. Once he reads that Williams is rushing, that's where he's going to go. The issue is Williams is just faster. You see him rush up, and he's able to pick up, again, a key 3rd down conversion right there. So turning 3rd down and 5s into first downs is really important no matter how you do it, and using your legs to do it is a way that you can make things work better. And a play like this, it was, I thought, a really good example of why this could really pay dividends down the line, which is we all know the Bears' offensive line struggles. And I've kind of pushed back on it a little bit and saying I don't think it's just the offensive line's fault. I think there's other factors at play. But nonetheless, it's still, has been easy to sack Caleb Williams this season. Let's just put it that way. But a play like this can make things a lot more complicated. So this is the blitz. Again, sending pressure, 5-man rush, so it's a little bit difficult for Williams. But when this play begins, you see that with the blitzing player going up against the center, going kind of a bit closer towards the offense's left, closer towards the top of the screen, there is now a window for Williams to potentially rush through. And what is Williams going to do if he sees a running lane like this? Well, he's going to step up in the pocket, runs through, picks up a big first down right there. Again, that was on 1st down, not on a 3rd down, but still, getting first downs is helpful. This does 2 things. One, it gives you a first down. That's nice. But what it also does is it means you can't just pass rush him the way you can other guys. Usually, you want to just do whatever you can to get to the quarterback. But with these, more athletic quarterbacks, you have to be a little bit smarter in how you do it. You can't give up containment. You can't give up a running lane. You almost have to play run defense while you rush the passer. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. Was there some wonkiness? A little bit. Like this play wasn't great. Again, it's not like this was happening all the time, but I want to talk about the good and the bad. There were a few plays where things just looked a little off. You see, this is going to be a screen pass where that ball bounces before getting to Keenan Allen, who I love the idea of just, hey, maybe they didn't see it, pick it up and run anyways. I guess maybe it could have been a backwards pass, was probably why he did that. But either way, things looking a little bit off right there. This is one example. There were a couple more. But as a whole, no, I thought this was a really solid performance by Williams, and I thought he was great in the final drive. Let's go to the final drive. So this was the situation. They had back-to-back sacks to start the drive, so they find themselves on a 3rd and 19, but it is, 4-down territory. I mean, if Green Bay gets the ball again, the game is essentially over. So definitely, even if you get sacked again, you're still going for it one more time. I've highlighted one specific Green Bay edge rusher right here. Watch how when this play begins, you see that they actually double team him, but nonetheless, Caleb Williams in pressure. But again, this is why you draft him first overall. Are there other players who are having better seasons than Caleb Williams? Sure, but most of those players get sacked on this play. Williams gets out of this. He's going to scramble up and keeps his head down the field, finds an open receiver. They don't pick up the first down, but it's now a way more manageable fourth down situation. Had he gotten sacked, it's essentially just throw up a Hail Mary and hope for the best. So then that brings us to here, where because of the situation, the Packers can't just send everybody back. They're actually going to blitz once again, going with a cover one blitz. Hey, Caleb Williams has beat it a few times today, but it's still a solid coverage against the Bears. Okay, sure enough. And I really like what he does here as well, is I brought up so many rushing plays. That was a key factor in what was making this Bears offense work. But one of the things that you also want to see is something like this, where it's, just him trusting his arm. This is a one-on-one matchup with Rome Odunze, and watch what's going to happen. Williams takes the snap. You see that Odunze is, he feels like he's open. There is a little bit of space. Really why this play could work is you have the Packers defensive back kind of turned around. He's not looking towards the quarterback. He can't really play the ball. Odunze can. And for Williams, this is just trusting his guy. He doesn't know if this is going to work, but it has a good chance of working. He throws one up sort of towards the back shoulder. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it worked, so we'll say it was. Really good job by those two guys to link up on that play. Again, they don't make that play. At that point, the game would have been over. I mean, I guess technically they would have had to kill like 10 extra seconds, the Packers would have, because the Bears had a timeout, but they would have been able to do that. The Bears would not have gotten the ball back had they not hit on that play. And then on the very next play, so then the Packers said, you know what, here's the issue. We're not blitzing enough. Let's send the house. Again, the Bears have struggled with this season. You see that there is a one-on-one matchup. Again, this is Keenan Allen who is running this route. And here you're going to see Williams. I mean, there is pressure, but it's picked up. Williams doesn't make a perfect throw, but he makes a catchable one. And Allen's able to make a nice catch. And to me, this is the bigger difference I'm seeing. Everyone's saying, oh, new offensive coordinator. Well, in terms of X's and O's, I'm not seeing dramatically different things, and to be honest, a lot of what the Bears did well was sort of the off-script stuff, although they did definitely have some good on-script stuff as well. But what I really saw was just they executed better. I don't know if that's coaching, but like it probably is to some degree. Like they're picking up the blitzes where they were blowing their assignments earlier. Like that probably is it's at least under the coaching umbrella. So who knows if that's exactly what has changed, but if it was me, that would be my main point of emphasis with the Bears, and we're seeing that they looked way better in this game than they have in previous weeks. We'll see if that continues, but yeah, I mean, so far, very good performance from the Bears. Unfortunately, the game-winning field goal got blocked. They could have maybe tried to get a little closer, but nonetheless, unfortunate break there. But I still think this was a step in the right direction for the Bears. And let's be honest, you're playing the Packers. Hasn't gone particularly well for you guys. Nearly beating the Packers is still a step forward. At least that's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.